My name is Lydell Perry, and I currently advise the WBAC, the Carter G. Woodson Black Awareness Committee, along with a lot, which is a flow, the Aggie Leaders of Tomorrow. I decided to pursue a job in student affairs kind of on a fluke. I was a nursing major in undergrad, and I went to a small liberal arts women's focused college. And I found myself going to class and being a very involved student leader, as it was a small school, so it was ample opportunity for me to be involved. And I would be in class thinking about how can we get students to be retained, what are some of the things that our students can get involved with, and not realizing that I probably need to figure out how to put this catheter into a patient. And so when I realized that my passion was really in working and being a student leader and helping other students become leaders, I inquired how I could make this a full-time job. And I actually joked with one of my mentors, like, nobody's going to pay me to do this. And she said, oh, but they will. And so that was the first conversation into going into higher ed, looking at master's programs, what will be best, and how I can really link my passion with practice and do what I love for the rest of my life. The defining moment when I knew that I wanted to go into student affairs was the summer that I became a resident assistant. I went to RA training, and RA training was a week-long, intense, 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock training. And after that first week, I was pretty done. I was tired. I didn't want to do it anymore. And then they said, wait, there's more. And so the next morning we got on the bus and went to orientation training, because at my alma mater, if you were an RA, you were automatically an orientation leader as well. And so I got on the bus and I was not happy, but that weekend where we really dug in and learned how to dialogue and help people to become a part of our community, the leadership training that we engaged in, some of the debriefs that happened after doing the activities, I knew right then that I was learning so much more as a person, as a leader, that I was learning in the classroom, and I wanted to make sure that I really just threw myself into that kind of learning. What I want to pass on to my committees as well as and my executives is that they can create experiences that students will take with them for the rest of their lives. Coming up in a very tough university, it was those days where I just didn't know if I was going to make it. Graduation seemed so long. Graduation didn't even seem feasible for me because classes were so hard. Financial aid was always an issue, but there was always someone there who I knew that I can rely on, who can talk me through things, who could link me to resources, who could teach me more things. And I often talk about the experiences of going back and telling the mentors thank you, because I would not have made it through school without them. And as student leaders and as professionals, we have that opportunity to not only see that for ourselves, but be that for others. And so I always tell my students, don't take what you have lightly, because everything that you do is going to impact someone in some way, and they will always remember you. One of the quotes that is here in the MSC, and I learned really early, is that people will forget what you say, people will forget what you do, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And we have an opportunity to make people feel welcome, included, and to make them feel like they can do whatever they set their mind to. My advice to those who are thinking about joining student affairs is there are not a lot of places where you can learn such a broad spectrum of skills and leadership. And if you're thinking about going into the medical field, you can learn in higher ed how to negotiate conversations and teach people in their well-being learning. If you're going into engineering, you never know what you can learn in student affairs. If you are in these places and you realize something's just not right, I really love what I do now as a student leader, really pursue that, because it is a tough thing to wake up every morning and hate what you do. It's a gift not only to you but to your students when you can get up and say, you know what, I can make a difference today and I'm going to do that.